I'm at MSBC. No, those are not the call letters of a cable news network. It's Maple Street Biscuit Company. Welcome back, goblins and goblinettes. Destined Goblin here again with another episode of Destined to be Goblin. This is where I will try a food product of some kind and decide whether or not I should give it my Destined Goblin seal of approval. Now, as always, if you would be so kind as to like this video, share this video, comment on this video, and of course subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would appreciate all of those things. And if you would like to reach me for any reason, you can do so through my email, and that is destinedgoblin@yahoo.com. I will do my best to respond to each and every one of those emails that you send me, and I will definitely take every suggestion that you make to heart. Now, as I said, I am at Maple Street Biscuit Company, and today this review might be a little bit different in the fact that I'm not really trying a new item that has just come out, but I am trying a new restaurant. Now, if you have not heard of Maple Street Biscuit Company, stand by because you probably will shortly. They are one of the fastest growing chains as far as restaurants right now. They were started in 2012. They started in Jacksonville, Florida, and a big thing happened to them in 2019. Now, they started to expand even before 2019, but then in 2019, the company was bought out by Cracker Barrel. And Cracker Barrel has really taken to expanding this franchise. And they are now in, I believe it's 5 states, and I think they have something like 40 stores right now. 2 of these restaurants just opened up very close to each other within my neighborhood. So I figured if they're expanding that quickly, I might as well go ahead and check them out and see what they are all about. Now, obviously, like their name says, they are really known for their biscuits. Their biscuits, from what I understand, are a little on the spicy side, and kind of looking forward to that. The one that I got today, since I'm not really reviewing a new item or anything like that, what I decided to do was try the one that they're kind of known for. And the reason that they're known for this item is because they were actually featured on the Food Network, and this particular biscuit sandwich was the one that they reviewed. It's called the Squawking Goat. And there it is right there. And basically what it is it is the biscuit. It has a chicken breast, a breaded chicken breast on it. There is a fried goat cheese medallion on there. And then it also comes with this house-made pepper jelly. I believe it's jalapeno pepper jelly that is intended to kind of be drizzled all over this. They kind of put it on the side here. I guess you could kind of use it as a dipping sauce. Now, one of the things about Maple Street Biscuit Company is that they're not your traditional fast food type of restaurant, so don't look for a drive-through. Expect to kind of take your time a little bit. It's one of those breakfasty, brunchy kind of places. They have other things to offer as well. They have biscuits and gravy. They have waffles, but they are known for their biscuits. But it's one of those places where you kind of take your time, have a nice meal. Of course, you can get things to go. That's what I did. And you also will pay a little bit more because you are in that kind of restaurant setting rather than just your typical sort of drive-through. So this was $9. This is 779 calories. But again, this is not your typical Wendy's, McDonald's, fast food, grab a biscuit for breakfast for $2 and be on your way. So this is more of a dining experience. So that's why you're going to pay a little bit more here. So the aroma coming off of this is really interesting. The chicken smells really good. I can actually smell that fried goat cheese as well. You can see it's got a lot of different spices and things on there. I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of that pepper jelly over this. This is probably really gonna be messy. Obviously, this is sort of intended to be eaten on a plate. That is how you will see it displayed on their menu. But I will do my best to try to minimize the mess that I make here in my car. Okay, so I've got some of that pepper jelly on there. This thing is obviously huge. I do have a knife and fork here. I may actually have to break those out and try that, but I am going to try to grab a bite of this. This thing is enormous. The biscuit is really flaky, which makes me think that it's going to be fantastic, but it is hard to kind of pick up. But there's a good look at that. I don't want to get that too close to the camera because this is kind of dripping, but I'm just going to go ahead and take a bite here. Oh my. Well, I wasn't exactly sure what to expect from that flavor, but wow, is that good. There's a lot of different flavors kind of melding together there. I actually am going to get that knife and fork and kind of cut off a piece here. Okay, there is a nice forkful of all of that chicken with some of that goat cheese on there. And I'm going to go ahead and dip a little bit more of that, get some more of that pepper jelly because that jelly is fantastic. Definitely a challenge eating this in your car. Obviously, this is really meant to be enjoyed on a plate with a knife and a fork. But that chicken breast is very juicy. It's not very heavily breaded. It's just the perfect amount of seasoning on there. The biscuit itself, I'm going to go ahead and take this bite, and then I want to kind of taste the biscuit itself and see what kind of flavors we get off of that. Okay, so here's some of the biscuit. This is just the biscuit. It's got a little bit of the goat cheese, but I think this is plain enough that I'll get the gist of what we got here. Okay, so overall, the sandwich does have a little bit of heat to it, and it was having a hard time figuring out if the heat was coming from the breading on the chicken, if it was coming from that pepper jam. I think it is coming a little bit from the spice that's in the biscuit itself. They call them their risky biscuits because they are supposed to have a little bit of a kick to them, and they do have a little bit of spice in there. Now, I don't want it to make it sound like this is smoking hot, that there's a lot of spice or anything like that in there. This is a very nice level of heat, and if you are not a big fan of spice, I don't think this is going to bother you. Even this jelly, this pepper jelly, has just the right amount of heat to it. It's not overly spicy. The pepper gives it a very good flavor. There is a lot of flavor in there in addition to that little bit of heat that comes off of that. I'm going to eat this bite. Well, obviously, like I said, this is a little bit of a challenge to eat this in a car. But this is a fantastic product, and if I'm going to judge Maple Street Biscuit Company, the restaurant, on this product, I'm going to give this my seal of approval without a doubt. So there we go. Check them out. If they're not in your area yet, they probably will be soon, especially now that Cracker Barrel owns the franchise. They are really expanding rapidly. If you want to go somewhere for a nice breakfast, maybe a brunch, something along those lines, they are really only open a half day. They're one of those restaurants where they're really just open for breakfast and brunch. Go check them out. That was the Squawking Goat that I had here, but they have a lot of different types of biscuits that they offer. Most of them will have a chicken breast on it. You can get biscuits and gravy added to your sandwich. You can get that gravy poured right over the sandwich. You can get eggs and bacon and lots of different things added to it. Go check them out. MSBC, not a cable news network, Maple Street Biscuit Company.